close this, and welcome to my live stream, guys. So right now I'm sat here in Hong Kong. Well, not sat, but I'm standing here in Hong Kong. We're in West Kowloon Park right now. This is one of the only, probably, only nicest parks overlooking the harbor here. And then we have Hong Kong Island, which is a financial center on the background here. So I'm trying to figure out how the stream works. I haven't done live streams in a while, and I think this audio is a little bit too loud. I will try to figure out how to reduce the volume here a little bit. Is that even possible? Receiver gain. All right, let's reduce it by like 4 decibels here so I don't kill you guys. All right, so volume, yep, should be fine. Transmitter settings should be fine. All right, so tell me guys if the audio is horrible. Let me try to turn on chat here. Live chat, all chat, viewing options, done. I haven't done this for a while for sure. I'm using the YouTube app, which is generally hard, but you know, that is life. When you're outside, you gotta use what YouTube gives you. So yeah, so we're here in Hong Kong. We'll talk a little bit about crypto. We'll wait for everyone to come in. Say hi if you can come in. Say hi if you can hear me. I have no idea if you guys can hear me or not. There's actually also another financial center here behind me. That's the ICC back there, which is the tallest building in Hong Kong. So it's actually like one of the 3rd or 4th largest, tallest buildings in the world actually. So that's ICC, and mostly deals with like Chinese finance stuff, and that's like Hong Kong side, which deals with all international and technically everything. So we got Lucas's Neil will lead. We'll talk about China. So Nielsen Thomas says, we can hear you. Nice, thank you. There's a lot of wind here as well, which is like crazy. Like yeah, it's a very windy area. And I forgot, I have this mic right now, so this is the mic I'm speaking into. But the problem here with the mic is that it seems to be a little bit too loud. So tell me if it's like very awful audio. It happens. It so happens I can be very awful. So yeah. So Lucas says it sounds okay. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I need a dead cat on the mic, so yeah. I was like looking for one before I headed out, but nah, no dice, no dice. So BetaBot, hi guys. Hey. Welcome. So yeah, this is a mobile live stream. I haven't done one of these in a very long time. And yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about Hong Kong. Stu says audio good. So welcome guys. I hope you guys are all good. Tell me guys where you are from as well. I'm very curious. EE says, hi Michael, yes I can hear you. It's great to see Hong Kong audio. It's a bit windy, but all good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hide my mic inside my jacket. I think that would probably work a little bit better. So let me try to figure out how to hide it in my jacket. So you just need the mic away from wind. So I'm just hold it here. I think that's good. So anyways guys, Beta Boss says, hey, it's across Canada. Hey man, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, man. I haven't seen you guys in ages. It's been great. It's great seeing you guys. It's great to be back. It's great to make content again. It's great to think about making content too. I mean, I think this is one of those things where, like I'm back to experimenting how to make better content. I'm glad to make some good stuff for you guys, hopefully. And then, yeah. But I mean, the audio here is just awful. I mean, you can just see the trees and stuff. It's just super windy. It's like super windy. Beta Boss says, long time no see. For sure. I haven't done a live stream in ages, like seriously ages, and like yeah, it's unbelievable. Did a Cabal clone? I'm still alive. I'm still good, guys. I just took a very long break. It's one of those things that you've just been doing YouTube for such a long time. And yeah, I just needed a long break, which is great. And now I'm back. So we're gonna be making more videos more regular. I'm just trying to see if this is a good location to film. But I think right now the conclusion is it's a little bit too windy. But whatever. It's got a good view though. It's got a good view. Needs constant updates on Hong Kong things. So let's get onto it. So guys, if you guys can share this video out a little bit. I'm also curious about the quality. So if you guys can share it out a little bit on the socials. I haven't shared this video at all on socials whatsoever. So anyways, let's get started. So welcome to this channel, everyone. So we're going to do a little bit of Hong Kong coverage and what's happening in Asia in crypto right now, which is kind of insane because I wouldn't really be doing this last year, to be honest, because crypto was such a controversial topic. We were all just lying low last year, to be honest. Like, I would never really be filming outside in Hong Kong or featuring Hong Kong Harbor or anything very identifiable in Hong Kong, because at that time, right, it was such a it was a taboo topic because retail technically isn't allowed to invest in Hong Kong. So what happened in Hong Kong was that before they didn't regulate at all, but when they started regulating in Hong Kong, what they did is they only allow professional investors, right? So they basically only allow people who have hold this is above $1 million US of any sort of form of asset. So you must prove that you own more than $1 million of assets in order to invest. And this is something that is required for signing up for exchanges. So even for exchanges like FTX, the international edition of the FTX exchange back in the day, when it was still alive. But exchanges required you to essentially fill out a form that says, yo, I have more than $1 million. And obviously in Hong Kong, we have a lot of millionaires. Okay, not really. The problem with that is that no one wants to invest, right? It was a little bit painful. So back in the day, it was really hard to get in, and the Hong Kong government was cracking down on advertising pretty hard as well. So at that time, it was just like we saw the interest, but at the same time, it just wasn't easy to get into crypto at all. And this is kind of what was a result of the Chinese policies regarding crypto, right? Because you see, Hong Kong is kind of under the control of China, and we kind of had to follow what the Chinese government wants to do, right? So there was a period when crypto was kind of legal in China, but then they hit down very hard, and those were like two of the massive crashes in 2017, right? There were like these massive crashes like, oh, China's exiting crypto. Maybe China's gonna come back in. Nope, China's gonna exit crypto big time. And the exchanges as well, if you look at it, the big exchanges, OKX and Huobi, which were the two biggest exchanges in China at that time, they were kind of kicked out of China, right? They suddenly just didn't have a base. And back in the day, in 2017, it was actually legal to go and deposit money into one of these exchanges in China. So retail can do this. Like that was back in the day was when it was possible and legal. So back in the day, it was possible for retail to just get in. They can just enter money in a bank account, right? Deposit that in, and then just get crypto Bitcoin out the next day, and it's actual real physical Bitcoin, right? So that was the case. And then after the ban came, so China banned, the exchanges had to scramble and run, right? So at that time, it was kind of interesting because that time was called the golden vacuum, because the other Chinese exchange, Binance, right, they were kind of like I guess they kind of started up in China, all right? They got a lot of investment from NEO, they got a lot of investment from, they actually worked a lot with Tron guys too. But at that time, right, they chose to have an international base. So during that time, because they didn't have a Chinese presence at all, they didn't really have Chinese bank accounts, they didn't have anything tying them to China, they just expanded overseas, right? So that was kind of the history of everything. And during that golden vacuum period, right, Binance blew up, right? Binance was one of the exchanges that really took advantage of the fact that they can just suck in all those Chinese customers who are no longer able to trade in China, and all the bank accounts got closed, and the Chinese exchanges, they got into trouble. Binance just said, yeah, we're an international exchange. We don't take Chinese clients. We don't onboard them, and they left, right? So that was kind of the catastrophe that came to the crypto space. I mean, people still were in crypto. I mean, don't get me wrong, people were still in crypto at that time, but they kind of exited, and a lot of people were forced to exit, which is one of the reasons why Binance grew and has huge volume, because there were some traders that went in there, right? So the golden vacuum happened, and for up till now, China hasn't officially taken a positive stance on crypto until now, of course. So what's happening that's different now is that in June, it's rumored that Hong Kong is going to be allowing crypto, but what's also quite important is not just for professional investors, but for retail investors, it could be the case that we might legalize that soon. It's not fully announced, the details are not fully there, but it's signaling a huge change in what's going to happen, right? That's a pivotal moment, right? Now, all of a sudden, we see all the officials that are in the regulatory space in Hong Kong, they're going to crypto events, right? It's all of a sudden, it's very, very different. So now we're at a very exciting time, to be honest. I'm just struggling. If you see me struggling with the mic, I'm just trying to protect the mic for a second there. It's a big pain in the ass. I'm just trying to figure out how to actually do it. Um, but Stu G says, like the U.S., all the rules favor the rich. Yeah, I mean, and the fact is, like, it's kind of funny because like the definition of what of a professional investor and stuff, that all got started in the U.S., right? Beta play bosses. I gotta sleep now. I'll catch up with you next time. I really hope you make more updates. I want to know if we're gonna dump more. Thanks. So right now we're kind of at the beginning of this, right? I think that's last week we saw like a huge amount of excitement. Oh my God, Hong Kong is coming, right? But okay, let's be honest, guys. It's only been it's super recent, and June the 1st is not even here yet, right? June the 1st is when the the Hong Kong SEC says, okay, yeah, we're going to allow trading for professional investors. But what we're really waiting for is for retail, right? Is that if that signal that, hey, you know what, retail can come into crypto, that's going to be huge, right? That is going to be the next huge thing because the way that we're seeing it right here is that China is using Hong Kong as a testing ground to see how this whole cryptocurrency and trading thing works. And right now, the policies are super confusing. It's kind of funny because even the bankers, all right, so I'm talking to some banks, and even they're just telling me, like, what's going on here? Like, why is this happening? You know, they've been in this space for a long time. They've been anti-crypto for a long time, and then all of a sudden, right, Hong Kong is signaling that there's a shift in policies, and they're confused as hell, right? They're like, is this happening? You know, like, is this like... is this a real thing? And why is this? Because it's like, it's very anti what China wants, right? Because they pointed out also, like the banker friends, you know, they've been reading about Bitcoin, right? They've been reading about Bitcoin's very decentralized, and China's policies has all been towards centralization, right? It's completely the opposite of what, you know, the Chinese government has been asking for, wanting them to do for the longest period of time, right? They've been saying, yeah, this is confusing the living shit out of us. But it is true, and one of the reasons why it could be the case is that China doesn't want to lose out on the cryptocurrency game, right? They see that this is an opportunity for China to gain more dominance. So it's going to be interesting to see which coins gets allowed in China. I mean, that's the biggest kind of question mark here. That's the biggest unknown, right? Because right now it's known that the big coins like Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, they're going to be able to be listed in Hong Kong, right? They're going to be Hong Kong can trade that very soon. But what about the smaller coins? What about altcoins? And then if that's the case, right, it's always going to be a big win regardless, because if you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy ETH, and you can buy ETH, you can buy altcoins, right? That's just a natural conclusion. But how far is this regulation going to go? And this is where there's still a lot of uncertainty, and we're still trying to see what's going on. And that's why we're still super early at this stage. A lot of people are, I would say last week, a lot of people who are like actively trading crypto, especially crypto Twitter, you know, all of a sudden everyone speaks Chinese now, right? Like all of a sudden, hey, 我说中文, right? Everyone just says, like typing out Chinese characters and then hoping the coin's gonna pump, right? That's the early problem. That's the early stage, right? And it's still, we still don't know all the information yet, but it's a really good time to pay attention. All right, so we got Mark. Mark, hey Mark, haven't seen you in ages. It's great to see you guys. Yeah, I haven't started streaming in ages too, so I know I'm probably gonna see if this is a good time for you guys to stream. So yeah, that guy's looking at me funny. He's like, "Yo, what's this? Why are you talking to a phone?" Right? But I haven't found a good time to stream yet. But I hope this is a good time for you guys. If this is, we'll continue the regular live streams, maybe once or twice a week. And it's gonna be super exciting. It's gonna be super exciting. So there's a lot of events that's coming up in Hong Kong. We're gonna see what's going on. I'm just actually gonna talk and try to speak at the WOW Summit. So that's one of the few summits that's gonna happen in Hong Kong. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's crazy. I actually can't actually really fathom it, really, because back in the day, you know, conferences and stuff, they were really touchy. They really didn't want to go to Hong Kong, right? So Singapore became one of the biggest places for crypto conferences, discussing Web3, cryptocurrencies and stuff. But now Hong Kong is coming back. Like, holy crap! All of a sudden, you know, like it's a very big shift to me. It's very, very different. I'm still not used to it yet. So all of a sudden, it's good. So All Bay Fishing says, glad I caught you live. I'm glad I caught you live too. All right, so. It says Sunday night works for MTMD. So I'm not gonna stream outside. This is like way too long of a walk for me to get here, and it's just way too windy. I'm like trying to constantly fight the wind before I speak. But I'm gonna do regular live stream soon. coming up. So stay tuned onto this channel and make sure you subscribe as well. But I do see that this is one of the earliest stages and one of the best times to be in crypto, honestly. Like honestly, right? We got airdrops and they're huge. They require a lot of effort now. So airdrops in 2023, they're so much bigger. Like, I mean, Blur, right? 300 million tokens, right? Almost $260 million worth of tokens up for grabs, right? There's another one called Core DAO that we've been studying quite aggressively. It's such a Chinese project, but they've been doing airdrops like nonstop. That's how they built their communities, right? So right now, like, especially with the next generation of coins, I see airdrops and community being super huge, and this is where you pay time and you spend effort, right? The two things that you have to do, right? Otherwise, it's just have fun, stay poor, right? But right now, but right now, like putting in the effort actually works, right? It's more involved. I mean, we actually were in the newsroom doing the soy airdrop, and so you have to be on the testnet. You have to prove that you're using their stuff. You have to buy some NFTs, and then you have a chance of getting an airdrop. But that's fine, right? That's absolutely fine. It's like you just spend a little bit of your time, but the time is well spent learning all this stuff, right? Man, it's getting ultra windy here. Let me see if I can change an angle. But yeah, it's an amazing time to be here. So that's what we're covering. So airdrops, China, right here. I'm doing more speaking engagements here because I want to speak to more people in the community. Also, I want more people to know what's going on the Boxmining community and on the international community front too. So yeah, really packed March, to be honest. And then March, April, May, and then we got June, where potentially we're going to see what's happening with all the regulation changes. All right, so we got Applehead Inus, great to be back. I'm not actually going to see what the audio is like, but Mark says, awesome, going back to crypto and friends, absolutely. We have more people, more friends coming in. Amazing time. So, Lama666, welcome. Is it? Wow, you can actually hear the wind. Like, you can hear the wind tunnel. This is actually a wind tunnel. Audio is great, says Luke 253. But yeah, I'm super excited to see what's gonna happen. I'm super excited. We actually might, something that we might see in Hong Kong as well is we might see a huge number of ads for crypto. Because right now, OKX and Huobi, so those were the previous kings of the Chinese trading market, right? They might really go ape shit here. All right, excuse my language, but they might go ape shit in Hong Kong because they need to gain the foothold in Hong Kong. If they win Hong Kong and if China opens up, they can win China, right? So they might place a huge gamble. We're expecting them to have a massive spending here, like tons of ads in Hong Kong to try to get the Hong Kong audience. It's gonna be nuts. But we see those movements and we see what's going on. Jen Gonzalez says, "Are you available to meet at the Wealth Summit?" I will be there. I hope to try. All right. I hope to see as many people as possible. It's great to meet y'all. Yeah, we'll see if we can even do some events or something. It'd be great. Lama666 says, Hong Kong is the closest to crypto success for mainland China. Legislative efficiency. Ooh. Maybe. All right, maybe. Hong Kong is extremely in a very weird place right now. Like I've been living here for a long time, and I can tell you we're in a very weird place. When certain things want to get done, it's like that, and when other things want to get done, it's like impossible. Like talk about the mask policy, right? The stupid mask policy that we still have. Like Hong Kong is the last places in the world where we still have to wear masks. We're required to wear masks inside and outside. Just that here we don't have many people here, so it's fine. But yeah. It's just nasty. It's toxic here. I would say I've been living in this toxic environment for a very long time, and yeah, it's just bad. MTMD says no comment on Chinese laws. I think that's actually quite smart. I mean, you're gonna see me rolling my eyes all the time. All right, guys. So I'm definitely excited to show you guys what's happening. Wealth Summit's coming, lots of conferences are coming. We have interviews are coming. Tell me what interviews you want me to see. So I'm preparing like the interview list for like season 7. We're getting ready for that, right? And it's gonna be fun while they're having some event here. They're filming here. I have no idea what they're filming, but it seems fun. But anyways, so So tell me who you want me to see, talk to again. I mean, I definitely want to see what's happening with VeChain, because I mean that's one of the big China projects that's like, you know, right? Um, and Neo, if you guys want to interview with those, Eric Chen's is Stu, interview Eric Chen. So yeah, see who you want to interview. I genuinely want to see and talk to and have their insights on this channel. I'll be very, very interested. Uh, so yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We got Billy Ellis says, do not recommend this channel. Banished to where Superman went. Bye. Bye bye. All right, cool, sure. I mean, ironically, Superman's actually a good guy. For all you guys, for all the hate that he has, like, I'm actually gonna defend him here. Like, I've seen the softer side of Superman, and he's actually a good guy. So, like, as in real person. I mean, yeah, he's been through some crazy shit too. It's super nice to his son as well. It's been, I don't know. It's like if you know people, they're really different from what you think YouTube presents them to be. I think that's kind of interesting too. So, anyways, yeah, that's Hong Kong. That's it here for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini live stream. I hope to do more. I'm very tired of holding my hand up here, so I'm gonna figure out how to do this in the future. But if the internet works well and if this test goes well, you might see me a little bit more here in the future. But before we leave, I'll show you guys what's here. So that in Hong Kong, okay, so that's the International Finance Center, the really tall building. So I see there's one tower and then the second tower. Then we have the Bank of China. Then we have HSBC kind of hidden in there. So it's basically all banks in that sector, all banks and legal law firms there. And so that's central. And then we have Admiralty next to it, which is ironically where the offices for FTX were previously. Then we have Wan Chai. All right, that's Wan Chai down there. So that's kind of like the Hong Kong scene. So most of the finance stuff is just down here. What's also interesting is that over there, that's where the airport is. So it's all the way down there. And then that's where also most of the conferences in Hong Kong are held actually. Because like that's where, that's where the the Asia Expo Center is. There's two Expo Centers, one that's down there and one that's down here. And it's been interesting, like we're gonna see like how much kind of exposure we have. We also had the trams in Central Side, which were good for, they had a Bitcoin ad on there once, which is pretty cool. So we got, let's see, we got a comment, you need a Ultra Galaxy Zoom, man. I went back to Apple because like, it's just more secure, man. I had to go back. I had to go back. It's just like I had to care about security and everything, so I had to go back to Apple. But yeah, you know, you pay more and you get less in Apple. All right, guys. I hope to see you guys again. This has been a really amazing stream to talk to you guys. Really great to see everyone back again. And Stu says, where's Queen Mary? Queen Mary's all the way down there. But yeah, so yeah, really glad. Good to see you again, says Jin. So yeah, good to see you all, guys. Hope to see you more. See you soon. Peace out. Lama says never left. Exactly, man. We're still all in the chats. All right, guys. Thank you guys for the stream. Glad to see you again, Mark. MTMD says, genuinely glad to see you're safe. I'm always safe. I'm always good. Thank you, guys. Peace out. Maybe go for a run sometimes. Dave says, thank you so much. Thank you, Dave. All right. Peace out, guys.